You are welcome to my channel. God bless you as you continue to watch this channel, and I want to thank you for that, and may God continue to bless you. Please remember to subscribe, like, and share. In this video, we want to demonstrate the fact that to see whether water could actually flow, like many people do talk of no electricity water pump. Is there anything like that, or perpetual flowing water moving from lower level flowing up to a higher level without a pump or electrical mechanism? So this is what I've come here to show us. Here, this is a well, like people will show, and then they will put a drum here, and then eventually open the tap, and then show that water moves from this level up to this level, and then flows off to their farm. See, like here I talk of farm. However, this is what I've drawn. I will demonstrate that later on as we watch the video. This is supposed to be the water level, yeah, taking its bearing from the well. Now, what happens is that when this tap is opened, the water here will flow down here. Once it passes this level, then it would have created enough suction pressure to suck water up, and then it will start to flow down. The suction pressure produced here, as I was saying, water will have to flow up here into this tank and then move down based on the suction pressure produced by this water. Once it crosses this level, it will start to draw up this. But if one should cut it, or if it be at a level higher than this, it will not go back. In my former video, I demonstrated that. Here also, I also showed a pipe whereby if one should use a pipe to suck water, it will always go back. Suck and lower the pipe. Once it has not passed this level, if you remove your hand or whatever from the pipe, once it is sucked and this place is filled with water, there's no air there, and it comes down here, it will start to flow. So we shall demonstrate this thing in the as we watch the video. So as I said, what the difference between this and this is, here you will have to look for a mechanism to suck it. But in this, like in some industries where they may want to extract water or liquid from here, and such liquid may be poisonous, so you may not use your mouth also. So this suction drum provides the answer. As you open the tap, the weight of it will flow down, and it will suck up the fluid from here, and then you get what you want. So, okay. This picture that I have drawn, this diagram, we could see that here is also the well. As I explained in the previous one, you could see I placed in this container, I have a tap here, and you find out that there is a vacuum here occupied by air. But when you open this tap and this water starts to flow down, it will, once it passes through this level, marked red, it will have enough strength, suction pressure, to start to draw up water. That is why I put a tap here. But when you lock it and open up this, it will stop flowing, and that is why I marked X here. So with this, you find out that it will just be like this one. Here we have just the pipe. If you leave it here, the water will go back. I say suck and lower it. But if you leave it here, it will naturally go back, because the suction drawing the water here has more strength, greater than the one here. But if you lower it, like I put this arrow down here, if you lower the pipe and it goes lower than this portion, it will start to flow down. But this diagram also, here we have a container that has water inside it. I will call it a suction container, and now here we fill it up with water. I've demonstrated it in my last video, and you also see it later on here. So what normally people do, you could see here they applied a hand pump, and then they say water starts to gush out. But what I want to say is that, assuming you have the pump, and through here you pump in the air into this space, the air will now press down the water, and as it presses down the water, the water will flow up through this pipe. Of course, it has the same level here. It will now flow up. Once it flows up and comes to this place and descends below this level, it would have drawn up enough suction pressure to start to draw up this water, so that water will start to flow. And then they say that water flows up, free energy, pump, and the rest. And once that starts, if this place is locked and this is connected to this tank, once this tank is at the same level to this and the tank is not naturally down, it will draw up water. That in that case, if the lid here is closed, you know that that suction will extend and it can draw up the water from the water tank that is hidden behind the camera, and you don't see that, and you just say, hey, free water pump, the thing is going on. It is not so. So that we'll watch the video. What I'm trying to explain is that once the water starts to flow and this lid is locked, then the suction pressure will also attract or draw water from here. If this is connected to this tank and this place is sealed, then it will naturally draw water from here down to this suction container, and then up here, and then comes down here, and we say, oh, PVC pipe, the thing is working, free water pump. It's not so. Once this level of water is not lower than this, if it's at the same level, it will draw it, and then it goes on, continues to flow, because this is the lowest point, and the water will normally flow from point of higher level onto this lower level. If water is to flow from a lower level onto a higher level, there must be a pump system, electrical or mechanical or whatever. There must be a pump system. So we shall watch this video as we go and look at it, and you see me demonstrate it.